Hey, I'm just doing a look at a video, right? I think I think I think I woke up with a kind of look at a mafia type of message, or should I say an email? You know, an almost like Aaron sleeps with the houses, right? Or Aaron sleeps with the rooftops or something. Look, I received an email from Pennine Housing. This was the other day, and I get this. This is what I call a home and in. A home and in, what I call it. It's basically a newsletter type of thing. I think I'm not too sure if they do it kind of. You know, it says spring 2016, so I'm sure you'll 4 times a year. You know, I'm sure it's not like every month. It'll be kind of yeah, the seasons, I'm assuming there. Right. Anyway, so this is the email I received. So I opened it. You know, thinking, what's this? And it says there, Dear Aaron, welcome to the April issue of Home and In magazine, the e-newsletter for Pennine Housing 2000 tenants. In this edition, we feature a neighbourhood officer who went the extra mile to help a tenant move to a better life. In Elland, a community room at housing scheme has been refurbished so all the tenants can enjoy social activities. Also, you'll find out more about sharing responsibility and caring for your home, and our popular garden competition returns and is open for entries. So please click on the link below and enjoy. So basically, this is about Elliot Collins, right? Now Elliot Collins is the housing noise officer who was dealing with my case. That's right. What I call it? Part of the splinter group, I call them, the Pennine crew, I call them, with my next door neighbour and their Lions Association. Well, this is Elliot here. Right, that's the guy there. Now, I've never received anything like this before ever. What I call it, a home and in. What an email at all, and I've gone through me, you know, through my history, Pennine Housing, and I've never once received this. Now I don't know if this is new. I don't know if they've started doing this, so that could be a reason why I've never had one before, because I've only just started doing it. So if that's the reason, then obviously that's why I've just received one. And if it's not, and they've been doing this for a while, then I've never received one to today. But that's telling it there. That's a dingbat, you know, who came out, kind of didn't take my side one. But anyway, the recordings, you know, I won't go over the recordings through it, but I will let you listen to one of them though, just to recap your messages. But this is Elliot here, and this is the story here. I'm showing this face because this Pennine and Elliot is quite happily there, stood for a picture. He looks quite pleased with himself there, and almost bit of a smug look on his face there. You know, he looks happy enough. So I thought, because he looks happy and the rest of it, and this story is quite a touching story. I thought I'd give a kind of a counter attack on my experience with Elliot Collins there. You know, and this yeah, in my opinion, a very daft story. And if this story is true, it certainly wasn't like that with me. Far from it, and the recordings prove he wasn't going the extra mile for me, or going the extra mile for my next door neighbour, who I prove are lying, plus the Pennine crew, the splinter group as I call them. It says here, right, I'll read it out. Well, there he is, all happy again, right. Many people, right, look. Many people say moving home is one of the most stressful events in life. That was how Pennine housing tenant Clive Thomas, 48, felt about moving. He knew he had to move, but the thought of it was too upsetting. The uneven steps at his home in Richworth were causing him great difficulty, and he wasn't able to maintain the property. Elliot Collins, neighbourhood officer at Pennine Housing, made a welfare visit, and it was clear Clive's health problems meant he needed to move quickly. Now, he's obviously that must be You know, I don't know what the difference between noise department and Walcott and welfare. I don't know if that's part of Walcott his duties, noise disputes, plus as well, you know, kind of making sure people are all right. But anyway, made a welfare visit, and it was clear Clive's health problems meant he needed to move quickly. And this is Clive, what I call it, speaking here. I didn't ask for help. Elliot spotted it, said Clive, who has been a Pennine tenant for about 10 years. I was very weary about moving. I couldn't deal with all the stress and didn't want to move far away from my doctors. I was really amazed how quickly Elliot and his colleagues found a suitable new home for me. When it came to moving, the neighbourhood team took all the stress off me. They worked with housing support at Colledale Council to change my gas and electricity accounts. Get me some new furniture, and even arranged the removal van. They were great lads too. The whole process was stress free. Right home, right place, right condition. Clive is now very happy in his new home in Ripondon. He said it's exactly the right home, in the right place and in the right condition. My home is now the best possible. I have a sit-down shower, handrails and no stairs. It's easy for me to get out and about here, and it's closer to my doctors. Life is a lot easier and more comfortable and much safer for me. Clive said the move has been life-changing. Elliot and his colleagues were there for me when I needed help or to talk something through. They were interested and engaged with me. They were very reassuring. It shows how changing little things can make a big change in your life. It shows how changing little things can make a big thing in your life. Elliot, who gave Clive his cat carrier to use and keep, added, it gives us a great job satisfaction to know we have really improved someone's life. I'd only been in the job for a few months and it was a good experience for me. I wish Clive all the best in his new home. Right, well, I'm not too sure like how long ago this is, but what I call it, Pennine was, Elliot was on my case last April. What I call it, he came out the, I think it was the 29th of September, I believe. What I call it, last year. I think it was the 29th of September, yeah. Or maybe what I call that before. Anyway, I think it says that in the recording, what in the recordings that when he came out. But you know, this person here was part of causing me a great deal of stress. This person didn't help me. This person never returned calls. This person never investigated my complaint against my next door neighbour. In fact, actually said they didn't believe my next door neighbour were lying. Now this is a person here, this story here. And I'll say something else as well. This Clive here is an identical story almost to the neighbour I've got now. Exactly the same. Found it difficult to climb stairs. It's almost identical to the neighbour I've got now, believe it or not. Like I say, without giving details of you know, my next door neighbour, I don't want to do that. But this story here is identical to my next door neighbour's circumstances. You know, why he moved and the rest of it. But this person here, and I don't care about showing his face, but this person, in my opinion, is a criminal. And it's as simple as that, and they can say what they want, think what they want, think what they like, I don't care. These people have sent me an email, in my opinion, not a belief, but in my opinion, I very much doubt that that just happens to be a coincidence that I get Elliot Collins, who put me through a great deal of stress. He didn't help me one bit. He didn't go an extra mile for me. In fact, if anything, you know, he made me ill, and so did Pennine, so did the next door neighbour, and that's a fact. That's reality of it. So in this story talks about helping someone out who didn't help me. And this email, I've never got one of these before, ever. And again, they might have just started doing these. Now this is a booklet here. This is a booklet here, right? And there's loads of stories in there that they could have kind of emailed me. Like, there's loads of stories in there, more relevant, more interesting, more worthwhile to kind of email. And Pennine sent me a picture of Elliot, but in here, there's no reference to that story in here. It's just a picture of Elliot. That's all it is. It's just a picture of Elliot, but there's no reference to helping this Clive out at all. And I've gone through it, and there's not one reference to the story of helping Clive. So I've got an email telling me a story about this Elliot Collins dingbatted, right, about helping people out, going an extra mile, but there's not one part in there. Not one reference to that. I mean, there's a reason why it's not in there. I'm not too sure why that is. But I find it very hard to believe that I get an email from Pennine Housing. I mean, I've got on bang to write these recordings anyway, so I don't know if it's some kind of winding me up or something. I don't know if it's something just you know, a little joke between them dingbats. I'm not too sure. But I do find it quite humorous, and just go to all the trouble. You know, if that's what they've done, I'm not saying they have. I'm not saying they have. But what are the odds of never receiving? In fact, actually, I stopped saying that because, like I said, they might have just started doing these. I'm not too sure. If they haven't just started doing these, well, I've never had one before. But I find it hard to believe that out of all that booklet, right, I'd get Elliot Collins, who I've had dispute with Pennine Housing. I've had disputes with their solicitor. I've had disputes with the kind of head of the noise dispute department, and I get Elliot Collins there looking all happy, right? Looking all happy. Looks like he's had like a share and a bit of the old Rio 5, a tad of Rio 5 when he's there, and he's there, looking proud as punch in his Pennine jacket and his blue tie there, and there's not one reference to Clive in here. Now it's on the website, so maybe the reason why it's not in there, just a picture of Elliot looking all happy. But out of the entire booklet, I get Elliot. And maybe everyone got Elliot. Maybe other people have got Pennine Housing emails, got Elliot, and just one of those live coincidences. But I tell you what, I'll play you. I play the recording right from Elliot, right. This here looking happy. Right, I'll play the recording. Recordings then, what got on there, right? You've heard the recordings anyway, right? But I find it really hard to believe that this email, right, about Elliot Collins, right, has just come coincidentally, right? You know, I'm mentioning this very touching story, which actually describes almost to a T the next door neighbour I've got now. So this here, this almost, you know, Mother Teresa's, you know, great grandson, you know, popping out neighbourhood with, you know, cookies and helping people out and things like that, and you know, he's, you know, he just daft. And let's say this story's pretty genuine, because it could be, for all I know, it wasn't like that with me, and the videos what could prove that. And this, to me, sending me an email, in my opinion, is almost like goading me. It's almost like an almost purpose, but again, not a belief, not a belief, because everyone else could have received an email like this. So I'm not saying it's purposely targeted, but what I will say is this email and this story here doesn't represent what I call his help on kind of with my dispute with the next door neighbour, and the videos prove that. And after that recording, it continued, didn't it? It continued, and then it led me to actually posting videos on Facebook and YouTube. So anyway, yeah. So utter nonsense, and that's what I call that. And again, he sent me his profile picture, you know. So that's well, that's his daft head, isn't it? And I don't care, because this person here and Pennine are criminals, and it's simple as that. You know, and there's no disputing that. Now they can, you know, wear as many shirt and ties as they want. They can live under the protection of the government and the corrupt police and the rest of it. But me, I don't give two shits about him, two shits about Pennine, two sides about the government, to be quite honest. Because if anyone comes near my house, any of these lads, right, any of these dingbat batheads, right, come near my house, right, I'm going to protect myself as a free man under this law of life. You know, because these people, to me, are just scumbags. And it's as simple as that, and they can think what they like. They shouldn't send me emails with his smug face looking at me. He shouldn't put himself in a position of sending me an email, in my opinion, with this daft this story. And if it's a genuine story, it wasn't like that with me. This person, Pennine housing, you know, caused me a great deal of stress, but I'd done nothing wrong. I proved I'd done something wrong, and I couldn't give a shite about posting this. I'll tell you what, I wasn't going to do this, because I thought I'm not going to resort down to their level, down to their level of you know, kind of immaturity, but even more so, you know, kind of give them almost my thoughts. Give them my thoughts. So anyway, I'll leave it there. This person here, I'm Pennine housing, and I'm a government, right? A fucking dingbats. It's as simple as that. I'll say something now as well. Doing this, right, what I'm doing, right, is a person who came into my house, right, abused me mentally, right, abused me, you know, caused me a great deal of stress, and I couldn't give a fuck about him. I couldn't give a fuck about Pennine housing. They can think what they like about this video, because I'll tell you now, when anyone comes near this house from Pennine or anywhere, I'll defend myself under the law of life, and we'll fucking see. Because I see no authority, I see no government. They're fucking corrupt and they're fucking illegal, and I couldn't give a shit what they think about that. It's as simple as that, and they know that anyway. They know that, right? And as well, this criminal here actually phoned the doctors. Actually phoned for my mental health team, and my care worker came out. My care worker came out, and they've asked me on numerous occasions to remove the videos. I've got a recording actually where I'm being asked to remove the videos from my care worker. So what I feel as well, because these videos on YouTube have gone down the solicitor's road, that they could send the doctors out and section me again. We're living in dark times, trust me, and they could send the doctors out. So just so people know as well, if I did ever get a knock on door from any doctor, from any police, right, I mean this, right, I know that I've done nothing wrong. They know I'm not mentally ill, and they fucking know I'm not mentally ill. Let me just say that. So if anyone came near my door, police or doctors, right, I will defend myself with the law of life, and I will fucking give everyone a great big slap round their big fucking chops. It's as simple as that. I'll just give everyone, if they come into my house and I've done nothing wrong, I'm not mentally ill, I'm a sound mind, right, and these people are criminals, I'll just give everyone a great big fucking swipe fucking swoop. It's as simple as that. And this person here is a dingbat, and the rest. So fuck 'em.